Welcome back. Two Tucson mothers started an organization to help children born with critical heart defects by providing emotional and financial support for their families. They did this because they too have walked in the same footsteps as these families. Melissa, Nail and Stacy Lipinczyk are here to share their personal stories and how we can all share a little love with some truly miraculous hearts. Ladies, thank you so much for coming today.
Thanks for having us, Tina.
Thanks for having us.
We're going to get to the part where we all get to join in and help this wonderful mission. But can I start with your personal stories?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we were just pointing out that we run this organization because it's so personal for us. My son Killian is actually the literal poster child.
Oh.
He was born here in Tucson 5 years ago. We did everything right, proper medical care, vitamins, avoiding all of the foods we were supposed to. And when he was born, he had an undiagnosed congenital heart defect. So as soon as he came out, he was in critical condition. He had to be life-flighted to Phoenix Children's Hospital. His heart was not pumping blood to his body, so he had to have an emergency procedure on the day he was born. 2 weeks later, he had major reconstructive open heart surgery, and we spent the first 4 months of his life in the hospital up there, just kind of praying and hoping for the best. So I think when we came back, it was just really about bringing something to Tucson so we didn't feel so cut off.
And I think when you were going through that, you saw other families kind of coming and going and what they had to go through. So when I say walking in their footsteps, you know firsthand what the family goes through, the trials, the tribulations, the sacrifices that come along with that. And you have also your own personal story.
Yeah, so in 2014, a similar story to Melissa. We did all the protocols during pregnancy, and when my daughter Kinley was born, she failed the pulse ox screening test over at Tucson Medical Center, which prompted an echo the next morning. And from there, she was life-flighted over to Phoenix Children's Hospital and had open heart surgery at 10 days old. So we spent several weeks in the CVICU as well. And then when we came back to Tucson, we were just looking for resources and ways to connect with other parents. And at that time, I was put in contact with Melissa, who is a fantastic support system for us, and our husbands have really hit it off as well. So from there, we founded the 501c3 nonprofit organization just to help relieve some of those financial burdens that these families go through. I mean, obviously, you're going to have the insurance costs pick up, a lot of the medical bills, but what you don't see is the cost of care, of putting food on the table. There may be siblings at home, or parent may be out of work on FMLA, so we try to bridge that gap and really provide those resources to our families here locally.
Well, and this actually is kind of the week for this, because it's Heart Week.
Yes, it is.
And ladies, you're wearing the red to kind of symbolize the week. Tell me what Heart Week is and what we do to kind of bring awareness to this for families.
Yeah. So Heart Week, I think most people are familiar with the American Heart Association and the fact that there's a big push for heart awareness during the month of February. And we kind of participate along with that. Being born with a defect is a little bit different than a heart disease that you would kind of bring on yourself with bad eating or not exercising, but it's still just that heart condition, and it's so great to have a time that brings awareness. It's also very much about the sisterhood that we have, the brotherhood that our husbands have, just kind of coming together with other families to just celebrate that. All that we've been through.
And I think this is a wonderful week to kind of bring awareness to this. But now let's bring the whole community in on your mission and support you. We have this wonderful golf tournament coming up.
Absolutely, yeah. So we have a golf tournament coming up actually this Saturday at the Omni Tucson National. And the shotgun start is at 7:30 in the morning, or the registration's at 7:30 and shotgun start at 8:30. So we're going to have plenty of golfers out there and volunteers supporting us, and we're going to have Wilbur the Wildcat come along with the cheerleaders and some of our heart kids out there as well. So we're very excited about the opportunity to raise funds during Heart Week. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Now I have to admit, I am the only non-golfer of my family. My husband, my mother, my dad, everybody does it. So if I don't golf, can I still help?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. On our website, there is a donate page at chdtucson.org. You can go online and still donate and follow us via Facebook, social media accounts, so on and so forth.
Well, Saturday looks beautiful on the weather books, so you guys have really lucked out with that. Let's get everybody out there and golfing. I'm going to remind them how to register. Ladies, thank you, one, for sharing your story, and two, for what you're doing for all the other families. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
This is great. The Bridge the Gap Golf Classic is this Saturday starting at 7:30 a.m. at the Omni Tucson National. To get involved, please visit chdtucson.org.